Welcome to IT Gateway. In this video, we will explore Active Directory, a powerful tool for managing users, computers, and resources in our network environment. We will start with a short introduction to what Active Directory is, and then I'll take you through a hands-on demonstration. By the end, you will know how to create users, manage groups, and reset password. Let's get started. Alright, so this is my server. So whenever you open the server, so first things you need to check is your server is running. So my server is running smoothly here. So for the Active Directory, I'll just type active. So the yellow sign is the Active Directory. So I have already installed Active Directory in my computer. So we'll start with that for now. So once you click on this Active Directory, so you will see this prompt windows. So technically you can see the domain name. So my domain is iothub.site. So for example, if you're working in a particular company, for example Google, so maybe Google has like the google.com.au in Australia. So this is the main domain name. So under this domain name, all our users, all our computers, we can create their usernames like computer names and all. So for now, let's go to the users. So if you click here, so you will see here computers, domain controller, policies, security groups, and all. So now we'll go with the users. So I have already lots of users here. So I'll show you how you create the users. So when you're creating the users, you can go here. The single person is users, and if you see two person together, it's group. So if you want to create users, you can click this button here. So then you need to type their first name, last name, and full name. So here I'll just type like for John. So initial, no need to add. So I can say like John Davis. So logon name, so it's technically the computer login name. So once we added the computer in our domain, so they can log in with their username. So it depends on the company. So some company they use like first name dot last name. Some of the company they only use their first name. So here I'll just use the first name, John. So then we do next. So now it will ask you to add the password. So and also for the password you need to remember a few things here. So if you take this one, user must change the password at the next logon. So whenever the users log in to this user profile, so they need to provide the current password, and after that they will ask you to, it will ask you to change the password. And if you click this tick button, so the reason for that one is for security, because as IT administrator you don't need to know the password of your users. So technically you can reset if something goes wrong, you have like admin rights, but you don't need to know once they keep the password. So that's the reason. So it's pretty much security things, and user cannot change the password. For example, some company they have like their protocol, so they will make the fixed passwords. So we cannot recommend this one because of security issues, but few companies still do that. So if you tick this one, so definitely it won't allow you the users to change the password, but definitely admin they can change the password, and password never expires. So you can make it password never expire. Like for example, mostly we can create a rule, so the password need to change within a 3 months, within a year or something like that. But if you take this one, even if we put the rules in our group policy, so it doesn't require you to your password will never expire. And account is disabled. So sometimes as per the group policy, like if you enter wrong password again and again, it will block your account. So whenever like client request administrator or like IT person, so my account is blocked, so can you help me to unblock my account? So definitely you need to untick this account. So if any person left the job already and but still we need his users for some reason for a company policy, you can just disable the accounts, but still it can be accessible in future. So these all are the things. So now I'm putting like just normal password. So anyway, so yeah, Zone Davis. So username will be the zone at the @iothub.site. So it's my domain name. So let's finish this one. Okay, so Windows cannot set the password for Zone Davis because the password does not meet the password policy requirements. So what I did is I just added the characters, because for the password it's a combination of a numeric and a special character. So let's do it again. So we'll go back. So we'll put okay, so now we have created one user, Zone Davis. So this users is active, and yeah, so he can log in to any computer. That computer is in our domain. So let's go to this user. So there are few options once we create it. So we can put like the description, for example, what office is working, his email address. Like most of the company, they put the same username as the email address, but some company they put like the secondary email address. So yeah, web page and all the information we can put here. So whenever we have the new employee starting, so these all the information we keep, but it depends on company to company. And similarly, like their addresses, and there are a few other things. So I'm not going to discuss everything now, but I'll discuss a few other things. So member, so the user is a domain user. So the thing is this user is not part of the administrator. So for example, so if you need to give access for this user, so you can add, and you can like add just like administrator. So you can check here. So administrator, once you assign this thing, so this user act as administrator. Okay, so I'm not going to give any administrator for him at the moment, so let's get it done for now. So we have one users. So I'm also talking about groups. So we created users, no issues. So let's go to the groups. All right, groups. So when you created the group, so there will be two types of group. One is security, another is distribution group. So security groups is mostly used for giving security access. For example, file share access. So particular folder, if you want to give access for like accounts department or for IT department, so that time we can use a security group to give access. And distribution group is particularly for email sharing. For example, you have like different department in your company, but you don't want to share, you don't want to send email individually. So they have like head of department. If you want to make a group for head of department and wants to send the email together, so you can make like management group, and then you can add like whoever the member of this group, like for example department head of account, department head of sales, department head of IT, and whenever like your owner or someone wants to send an email, so he can send like just management group. So let's create one management group, like distribution group. So whenever you want to create here, so you just make like management group. So I'm making distribution group, so it's available globally. So let's go here. So we have created one management group, but now we don't have any members here. So how I'm gonna add members here? Just go here. So we're just gonna add John. So John Davis, we're gonna add one here, and let's add some other people. If I have one, let's create another user again. So let's make one user, Mary. Let's go next. Alright, so let's do it management group. So if you want to add any users inside this group, so go here, add member, just add another one, Mary. So just type like few words and just check name, so you'll see the Mary. Alright, so now we have two members in this group, so let's go here. Okay, so now we have created users, also we created and also we created the groups. So the thing what happened here is the users also created inside the group. This is all just like a folder. So also it's called OU, organizational unit, but I can move this one here, so I can say yes, yeah. So users here, this here. Alright, so management group, member of, managed by this. You don't add anything. Let's go here. So so that means like this group. So for example, if you want to say the information, so you can say in this group, so all the members, they can receive the information. Like for example, if like head of the department or like owner wants to send the message in this group, so all these users they can receive the message from the head of from the owner. So that's the use of groups. So moving on, so I was talking about like the organizational unit. So inside domain, so there are few folders here, like for example users, groups, computers. So these are organizational units. So let's go to computers now. So I have two computers at the moment. So IoT PC01, IoT PC02. So these two computers is already in IoT Hub site domain. So for example, if I would like to log in the users that I created before, so I can log the users. So what was the name? John. I think what was the password? Okay, look at this one. The user password must be changed before signing in. So because I ticked that one button when I created this users, so the users must change his password before logging into. Okay, so that's one. So we always recommend to use at least 14 character password. Okay, so now look at this one. John Davis user profile is created inside this computer. It will take some time to log in. All right, yeah. So this is our new Windows. So for name, and that wrap up our introduction to Active Directory here on IT Gateway. Today we covered what ID is, explored in interfaces, and demonstrated how to create users, manage groups, and reset passwords. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and subscribe to IT Gateway for more practical IT tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.